Hi, my name is Karen Brownsberger, and I'm the Chief Negotiator of the United Faculty of Florida USF chapter. The reason for this recording today is because I want to make sure that you understand how important it is that you, our faculty, show up for the bargaining sessions to demonstrate to USF that we want a contract, and we want that contract to contain what is good for our faculty. We've been negotiating for well over a year, and there is no end in sight. Our next bargaining session is on June 20th. It starts at 10 o'clock in the Tampa campus, and I will show you in a little while where exactly it is. So, what is at stake? So, in order to make it easier for you, I put the links to the articles in here. I'm not going to pull up every one, but I want to show you some of the more important things. So let's get to this article. So this is Article 8. It reads appointment. And the heart of the article, what I'm talking about right now, has to do with your appointment. So what was in your offer letter? What were the promises that USF made? Basically, what convinced you to take this job? Okay. So, of course, effective date, title, class code, rank, and appointment status, employment unit, so which department, college, institute, etc. The end date if the appointment is for limited duration, special conditions of employment, and that pretty much means where you promised a lab. Have you been promised money to buy your own computer and software and things like that? A statement that the position is tenured, non-tenure earning, tenure earning. Percent of full-time effort assigned. So are you a full-time employee or not? Your salary rate, keep that all in mind. Principal place of employment. So that is important for you to consider while I'm walking you through the next. So let's go back to what USF wants to do. Changes in appointments and supplemental appointments as follows, as right now is in the contract, it's a whole paragraph without the strike through. So the way it reads right now, within 30 calendar days of any proposed changes in appointment terms listed in 8.3A 1 to 13, which is what I just showed you, an employee shall receive a written employment document from the university outlining the proposed changes. What the university wants to get rid of is no such proposed changes shall become effective and binding on the employee, except an increase in salary rate or promotion to a higher rank, unless and until agreed to and accepted in writing by the employee. What that means is when you go back and you look at the list of these 13 things, so were you hired with tenure earning? Well, the university can take that away from you at a whim, and you don't even have to agree to that. Your salary rate, well, maybe they wake up one morning and say, well, you make more money than we think you're worth now. They can demote you from associate to assistant or full to associate or assistant. Without that latter part of the article, the university can pretty much do anything it wants to you. And as a union, we say, absolutely not. This is a hill for us to die on. If we were to agree to something this egregious, we wouldn't be much of a union. Article 8 also includes the promotional raises. So what we proposed, increased promotional raises for tenured faculty and librarians from 9% to 12%. And the university is fine with that. We haven't had any increases. It has been stuck at 9% for a long, long time. So it's about time to lift that up. Increase promotional raises for non-tenure instructor track and non-tenure employees not wholly or in the majority dependent on funded grants to 12%. The university to date has not included non-tenure employees not wholly or in the majority dependent on full funded grants according to what we've been able to find out, we have quite a number of these employees, and when they were hired, mistakes were made. So they are not funded through E&G to the best of what we can figure out. So even so, our research professors can go up for promotion, they don't get promotional raises. And we want to change that. USF doesn't want to. If you're in this category, please make sure that you are coming to our bargaining sessions to show that you are standing behind us in that. And then also for the first time ever, distinguished professors get a raise of 12% upon appointment. Our proposal is going to change summer teaching. You remember that a lot of faculty are not happy because deans, many of the deans, consider summer to be a moneymaker and they want to make as much money as possible and hire as many adjuncts as possible, cutting us out of this summer pot. So what we want to do is each unit shall be required to fill at least 80% of supplemental summer appointments with in-unit employees, which would be you. The percentage may be lowered if not enough employees are available to summer appointments. The university absolutely does not want that. We know that negotiation is a give and take, but we also want to have parts of the contract where we really don't want to go back on our proposed changes. We also propose to lift the 12,500 cap per 3 student credit hour course in summer. It used to be that we got 12.5% of our 9-month salary per 3 student credit hour course. The union accepted to put a cap in there of $12,500 many years ago when the university was in distress financially. But there really is no reason for that anymore. The university is flush with cash. And our proposals, and this is brand new, you are probably familiar with the scenario that USF Sarasota Manatee is going to be merged with New College or being given to New College. And there have been a lot of clandestine emails and meetings about this behind our back. So what we want in our new contract is in the event that USF Sarasota Manatee and or USF St. Petersburg are closed, cease operations, or are merged with another university, USF Tampa will provide employees at the respective campus with at least 30 days written notice of the closure. Following such notification, USF Tampa will offer in-unit employees at the respective campus the opportunity to transfer to a comparable position at USF Tampa or any other remaining USF campus. Employees must accept or decline the transfer offer within 30 days of the date of the offer. The university is totally against this, has been trying to tell us that it's already in the contract. But what is in the contract so far is it's up to the university to declare which unit of the university shall be closed. That can be a department, it can be a school, it can be a college, a unit can be a whole campus. And if the university were to declare Sarasota Manatee a unit, it could just close the unit and let everybody go. And this is what we're trying to prevent with this part of the article. So if you're in Sarasota Manatee, please join us on the 20th to show your support for this. Then Article 21, I'm not going to pull this up, other employee rights. Our proposal is that the university shall facilitate acceptance of major or prestigious awards to faculty. Why is that important? And this is only a minor part of Article 21. We're basically proposing to put this sentence in there. Why is that important? Because during the last month or so, the university has told 3 faculty members we know of that they shall not go on their Fulbright scholarships. You know as well as I do how difficult it is to get these scholarships. So the university should facilitate faculty success instead of stepping in and destroying it. And then Article 23, here we've been bargaining around for over a year or two, and the university keeps proposing a measly 2% increase for each of the 3 contract years. On the other hand, we, the United Faculty of Florida, have been asking for a 5% merit increase for each of the 3 contract years, coming out to a total of 15.76%. We have provided a rationale for these increases in following PowerPoint. So let's just go to a different screen. Oh yeah, it is on this here. Sorry. It's not, this is not very helpful. Sometimes Zoom is not the best tool for recording. But this is a recording that I made a couple of weeks ago, making the case for healthy faculty salary increases. I'm not going to go through this again. If you want to watch it, the link is in the current recording. So let's go back to this baby here. So after having made the case why we need these increases and why the university can afford them, we're still sticking to it. What we also try to do in this Article 23 is, again, take care of faculty members who have been ignored in the past. So first of all, when you read the pay plan, we've had some changes in titles during the last years, and we try to accommodate them. But we also want to include our research assistant professors, research associate professors, and research professors, not wholly or in the majority dependent on funded grants. That is really, really important because we have lost quite a number of highly qualified people because even so they can go up for promotion, they're not going to get this promotional increase, and that's just not fair. So again, we want 5% each year for the 3 contract years, which comes up to be a total of 15.76%. And also important, we propose that the merit increases will be applied after all other raises, promotional raises, out-of-cycle raises, etc., have been factored into an employee's base pay. Why is that important? The last time we had negotiated increases, merit increases, those faculty members who came up for promotion during those years, they were stiffed because the university just added up all of these increases and applied them as ones, which of course led to these faculty being basically penalized for being promoted in a year during which we had a merit increase. And for some of these folks, that was rather high amount. So we want to stop that. We want fairness. What we also did, and here again, guys, I need you in that room. We want to have equity increases to address the compression and/or inversion of in-unit employee salaries. So here for each of the 3 contract years, we want $500,000 each year to be distributed as base salary increases to address the compression and/or inversion of in-unit employee salaries. Okay? So we want that for each of the 3 years, and that should lead us to more equity. We have incredible salary discrepancies among the 3 campuses, but we also have, within the same department, we have people who have been loyal to the university for many years. They have built the university, and they are making tens or more thousands of dollars less than new hires. And we really think that we need to bring them up to market. We want to be these funding increases, salary increases to be tied to something that we actually have a little bit control over, because what the university was trying to do is make these merit increases contingent upon no reduction in the university's performance-based funding or preeminent funding as compared to their respective levels on August 1, 24. Well, you know as well as I do that we as faculty don't really have a lot of control over that. So what we instead suggest or propose is to tie it to no reduction in the university's E&G funding. Because if you go back to that presentation from a couple of weeks ago, and you have a link in this presentation to that other presentation, the university E&G is very healthy. It is very healthy, and that is something that we need to get because we need to teach. Okay. So if this is important to you, make sure to show your support for your salary increases. Show your support for your equity increases. Show your support for your employment. Because if you're in Sarasota, Manatee, you're probably wondering what is going to happen to me. So we want to have security. So come to the next bargaining meeting, Friday, June 20th. It starts at 10 a.m. and we are in the Student Services Building, second floor, room 2070. So this was it, and I hope I see you this coming week.